What does this week actually have in store for you? And why does it feel like the sky is asking you to slow down and pay attention? If you've been feeling a mix of tension and clarity lately, you're not imagining it. The week of August 10th through the 16th carries a distinct energy shift, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what that means for your sign. Here's the simple answer first. This week is shaped by a sun still moving through steady, practical Leo season, while Mercury and Venus stir up conversations around confidence, self-worth, and how we show up for the people around us. For most signs, that means a week of recalibrating. You may find yourself reassessing a relationship, a work situation, or simply how you're spending your energy. It's less about big, dramatic events and more about quiet realizations that could shape your next month. Let's talk about why this matters before we get into each sign. In astrology, a weekly horoscope isn't a prediction carved in stone. Think of it more like weather forecasting for your emotional and social climate. The planets keep moving, and each week they form new angles, called aspects, with each other and with the zodiac signs. Those angles don't control your life, but they can highlight themes that are already brewing beneath the surface. This week, the emphasis is on honest self-expression and on the difference between confidence and control. Now let's go sign by sign, starting with the fire signs. Aries, this week may bring a nudge to speak up about something you've been sitting on. You're generally quick to act, but lately you might have been holding back, maybe out of politeness or uncertainty. Around midweek, you may feel a surge of clarity that makes it easier to say what you actually mean, whether that's to a partner, a friend, or a coworker. Leo, since the sun is still lighting up your sign, this is naturally a period of higher visibility for you. People may be noticing you more, asking for your opinion, or simply gravitating toward your energy. The key this week is channeling that attention into something meaningful, rather than just enjoying the spotlight. A creative project or a personal goal could benefit from your focus right now. Sagittarius, your week may bring some restlessness, especially around routine or repetition. You might feel the urge to shake things up, whether that's rearranging your schedule or finally booking that trip you've been talking about. Just be mindful not to abandon a commitment purely out of boredom. There's a difference between changing course and simply avoiding follow-through. Now, the earth signs. Taurus, you may feel a stronger than usual desire for stability this week, especially in your finances or your home life. This could be a good time to organize, budget, or simply create a calmer physical space. Taurus energy is often associated with comfort and consistency, and this week may reward you for tending to the practical side of life. Virgo, communication takes center stage for you. You might find yourself editing your words more carefully or noticing small misunderstandings that need clearing up. This is a great week to have that conversation you've been overthinking. Virgo energy tends to value precision, so trust your instinct to clarify rather than assume. Capricorn, your ambition may feel especially active right now, but so might your patience being tested. A project or responsibility could take longer than expected. Try to see this as refinement rather than delay. Capricorn energy is often associated with long-term thinking, and this week may be less about speed and more about getting the foundation right. Now the air signs. Gemini, expect your curiosity to be in high gear. You may find yourself juggling multiple conversations, ideas, or plans at once. The challenge this week is choosing where to actually focus your mental energy, since Gemini energy can sometimes spread itself thin across too many directions at once. Libra, relationships are highlighted for you this week, particularly the balance between giving and receiving. You might notice where you've been overextending yourself to keep peace. This could be a good moment to check in honestly about what you need, rather than only focusing on what others need from you. Aquarius, you may feel pulled toward independence this week, even in situations where teamwork is expected. That's a very Aquarius response, valuing your own perspective and resisting pressure to conform. The key is finding where compromise still makes sense, without losing your individuality in the process. And finally, the water signs. Cancer, your emotional awareness may be especially heightened right now. You might pick up on unspoken tension in a relationship or workplace, even before anyone says anything directly. Trust that sensitivity, but try not to assume the worst. Cancer energy often benefits from checking feelings against facts. Scorpio. This week may bring an intense focus on trust, whether that's trusting another person or trusting your own judgment. You might feel the urge to dig deeper into a situation that feels unresolved. That instinct to investigate can serve you well, as long as it doesn't tip into overanalyzing something that's actually simple. Pisces. Your imagination and empathy may be running high this week, which is often wonderful for creativity, but can also blur the line between what's real and what you're imagining about a situation. This could be a good week to journal or create, while also gently checking in with reality when it comes to relationships or plans. Now, an important note. This weekly outlook is based on your sun sign, which is simply the zodiac sign most people know as their main sign. But your sun sign is only one part of a much bigger picture called your birth chart. Your birth chart also includes your moon sign, which reflects your emotional world, your rising sign, which shapes how others perceive you, and placements for Venus, Mars, and other planets that influence love, motivation, and communication. Two people with the same sun sign can experience this week quite differently depending on their full chart. So here's your takeaway for the week. Across the board, the sky seems to be encouraging honesty, whether that's with yourself, a partner, or someone you work with. Confidence is being highlighted, but so is the reminder that real confidence includes listening, not just speaking. If you'd like to understand yourself even more deeply, I'd recommend watching our video on the difference between your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign next. It's one of the best ways to see why your personal experience of astrology feels more specific than a general horoscope. I'd love to know what sign you are and whether this week's themes felt accurate for you. Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give the video a like, subscribe to My Daily Horoscope for weekly updates like this one, and visit mydailyhoroscope.org for more tools to explore your personal chart.